Hey YouTube, Saint Frank here. Today, going to be talking about on this episode of Hobby Talk Tuesday. Um, there's still a lot of buzz going about after Topps was bought by Fanatics, which is awesome news for fans of baseball cards because all of our favorite baseball card lines are going to continue and not just all of a sudden go away after this year. So that's great news for the baseball card market. But there was an interesting question that was brought up. How, with Fanatics buying Topps, how will this affect Star Wars cards? That's a great question because we know Fanatics is more of a sports oriented company. You know, they bought Topps because of baseball, to produce baseball cards. They acquired the licenses for football, basketball, and baseball to be able to produce those cards. So, are they going to? What does this mean for Star Wars cards? Because Topps does make Star Wars cards. They have the license for Star Wars cards. Now, one thing I do know is that they do not make as many Star Wars cards as they do baseball cards. So it's kind of a smaller market, but it is successful and very popular. It seems like a lot, especially the last couple of years, a lot of the sets they put out have been pretty high demand, and it seems kind of like tough to find them at good prices. And plus, Star Wars kind of has some cool stuff going on with Disney Plus, with like Mandalorian, really cool show. I really liked the Mandalorian sets that came out. Some nice autographs that you could chase out of those. And then, not much going on with the movie scene as far as like this next year or so. But also, I think this Obi-Wan series is going to be fantastic. I cannot wait for that. Ewan McGregor will be in that. I'm sure they'll be a demand for an Obi-Wan series set of cards. So Fanatics would be foolish, I think, to just say, you guys don't make anything but baseball cards from now on. I don't think they're going to be the type of company that gets too involved with Topps. I think they're going to let Topps do their thing. I think the Topps baseball lines are going to continue. Maybe some input here and there from Fanatics, but I think that Fanatics will just let them do their thing. Now, one possibility, though, is that Fanatics may have bought Topps just for the card making ability. Now, if they don't buy Panini, and once it gets to the point of when Fanatics has the rights kick in for the football and basketball, they might say, Topps, you guys are making all the basketball, all the football, all the baseball. That might put a squeeze on other lines that maybe not sells quite as big as those types of cards, like Star Wars. Topps does a bunch of different lines. They do wrestling, they have soccer lines, all sorts of things. But one that I really love is Star Wars, of course. But if Fanatics wants Topps to be their only card producing company, which I think it's maybe 3 or 4 years from now, Fanatics will have all the rights to every major sport besides hockey. At that point, if Topps can't, they can only make so many cards. If they are making baseball, football, and baseball, and soccer, and wrestling, all these lines are probably bigger sellers than Star Wars stuff. That might put a squeeze on Star Wars products. It might not be a bad thing, because I think sometimes they make too many Star Wars products. There's some that are not super great releases. Maybe that will force them to. It'll be a good thing, you know. Do 3 or 4 really good Star Wars lines rather than 8 to 10, a few good ones and several bad ones. So it might be a good thing. It'll cause them to focus in on some better Star Wars lines. But I think it's very fascinating. It's going to be really interesting to see how all this pans out in the next few years with card collecting. Will card collecting still be a really popular thing, 3 or 4 years from now? I think so, especially the TCG markets. Those things are, TCGs are growing in popularity. And sports cards, I think, kind of frustrate some people. It's fun to collect. You got to do it for the love of collecting. If you're doing it for investing, card collecting is not good for investing. Some people might argue, yeah, it is. It's great for investing, but I don't think so. Especially now when products are so expensive on release. You're paying. When I first started baseball card collecting, I was able to get like hobby boxes of Bowman Chrome for like $50 a box, and they were great. I enjoyed collecting that stuff. You can buy cases of Bowman Chrome for like $500. Those were the golden days for me. That's like, I have these videos on the channel, and I was able to open all kinds of cool stuff because the prices were very affordable. And once card collecting kind of exploded, it's like $300-400 for a box of Bowman now, or Bowman Chrome. Just can't do it for one single hobby box. Unless you hit a huge card, you're just not gonna get that money back. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to open sealed stuff. It's kind of the same way with Star Wars. Back when I first started this channel, you could buy Star Wars products for very, very good prices, like hobby boxes for like $20-30, and they're fun products to open. Definitely stay tuned. I have my 2020 tops, or not tops, yeah, my 2020 cheap Star Wars box opening series going on. I'll kind of space them out, where it takes a couple months to get through those. But these were boxes I bought when Star Wars cards were at their cheapest, and we're going to be opening up some of those this year, and we're going to see what we get. And trust me when I tell you, this entire series of the 2020 cheap box opening series, because I bought the boxes back when they're inexpensive, and I was able to use online coupons, all that sort of thing. My budget was about $300 for that entire, it was like 10 boxes of Star Wars cards. So if I try to do that now, it costs me thousands. You just can't do new sealed product like you could back in the fun times, like the old days. The old days of being just like a couple years ago. I know it kind of frustrates some viewers because we don't open as much Star Wars as we used to, but it's just so hard to find affordable stuff and good products. So I still open them, just not as many. I still open baseball cards, just not as many, and maybe not as, in 2018, I'll use that as an example. 2018, I was on the Search for Ohtani. I had the whole series that year of Search for Ohtani baseball series. And my goal was to buy a hobby box of every single product that year. And I pretty much made it, except for like the super high-end stuff. There's no way I could do that in today's card prices. Back then, you could in just 2018, you could buy a hobby box. I'm not joking. A hobby box of 2018-19 Panini Prism basketball. The top of the line basketball stuff, as far as, really good products or select. You could buy hobby boxes on release day for $200, and I'm sure people got it for way less than that. You can't touch them for like $1,000 nowadays when Prism comes out. It's just a different ball game, guys. And I love the hobby of card collecting. You've definitely seen a shift in the channel where I've been trying to get some cards graded. I'm like not opening as many, but getting cards graded. I mean, I still have these are sketch cards back here of Star Wars. This is something I'm always going to collect. I didn't buy boxes of Star Wars cards to flip. These are part of my core collection of cards. So, I'm always, going to, keep on the lookout for some cool sketch cards or something like that. But I really like the ones I pulled myself. It's not as fun with sketch cards to just buy sketch cards, because you can go on eBay and there's millions of them. But anyway, basically, I'm getting way off subject here, but the question is, will the purchase of Fanatics buying tops affect Star Wars cards? I think in the short term, definitely not. In the long term, once Fanatics, their baseball and their football and basketball licenses kick in, I think it might be a good thing, because I think the Star Wars stuff, they're not going to make as many sets. They'll just have to focus on, they're going to do masterwork. Some of their core sets they'll definitely do, and they'll do them better, I think, since they won't be doing as many sets. Just because if Topps is making all the baseball, basketball, football cards, they're just not going to have as much time to do like some of the less big selling lines. And Fanatics is going to be all about, you guys put out the big sellers. They want the money. They spent a lot of money to buy Topps. I was surprised how much they paid for them. I think it was $500 million. I think they probably could have gotten a lot less than that. And they paid, millions and millions and millions of dollars to get all these the rights to make cards. So it's gonna be fun. Everybody have fun collecting. Don't overspend, of course. I mean, people say that, but it's really good advice in today's card market when sealed new products are just so expensive. Be selective. It's not like the old days where pretty much every hobby box costs like $100 when it comes out. It's just not that way anymore. Be selective. Pick fun stuff that you enjoy. Don't worry about, man, am I going to get my money back out of this product? Only buy stuff you can afford and that is fun. Alright, stay tuned for more videos, guys. Hope you enjoyed a Star Wars themed hobby talk, and we'll see you guys later.